Are you there, God? It's
Yes,
me.
Daryl, I'm listening.
Friends, for the past 3 decades, our biennial announcer, whom we affectionately refer to as the voice of God, has been Paul Reichenbach. Paul began his biennial journey as a youth delegate from Temple Israel in Boston. 50 years ago at the 1969 biennial in Miami Beach, he was there. Now, many of you know Paul has just retired after having served as our director of camping and Israel programs for many decades. Paul has ensured that generations of campers across our movement have had the blessing of unforgettable summers at our 16 URJ camps and in Israel. And his baritone has also welcomed activists and advocates, congregational leaders, clergy, and even presidents to our biennial stage. So we are on the hunt for a new biennial voice of God and want to try out a few options for you.
Hello, gorgeous.
What's up, Doc?
Come on, can we talk?
Daryl?
Yes, Paul?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll keep at it. For now, thank you, Paul. May you be blessed as you start this new chapter. My friends, I know there is plenty about the world today that may divide us, that we might fear. But what do all of us gathered here have in common? Let me suggest one deceptively simple answer. We love being Jewish. A Camp Newman tradition was for campers to climb to the huge Star of David at the top of a hill at our Porter Creek site and shout, "We love being Jewish." Miraculously, that Star of David survived the inferno 2 years ago. And this summer, our campers once again were able to climb to that star and give that mighty shout. I've been amazed, impressed, and inspired by all the ways, large and small, that we demonstrate our love for being Jewish. My friend, organizational coach, outspoken gay rights leader, and last year's URJ Day of Learning expert, Joan Gary, grew up Catholic, but for the last 30 years, she has lived as a Jew and with her wife Eileen, raised 3 Jewish kids. This Yom Kippur, she spoke at her congregation about why she decided to, as she says, come out as a Jew and formally convert. Joan explained, what we Jews are called to do is how I strive to live my life. It's why she loves being Jewish. What are we as Jewish leaders called to do? Rabbi Aaron Pankin of blessed memory, then president of Hebrew Union College, JIR, provided a call to action for Jewish leaders in his final address to the graduating class. He said, here's the thing. The Jewish people and our religious friends of other faiths have seen this before, and we have lived through it and thrived and built again and again and again. We are a people of action, courage, of innovation and fearlessness, of adaptation and endless creativity. Every day I see firsthand the power of our movement to create, innovate, build and rebuild and thrive. I see how we build and sustain sacred communities so we can adapt. We honor a proud history of and an explicit process for speaking out on moral issues, not just as Jews, but as human beings and as citizens of the US and Canada. We welcome the stranger, the refugee, and those who are left on the sidelines of Jewish life. We love, believe in, and support a Jewish, democratic, pluralistic Israel. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Every day I see examples of our movement's impact that give me inspiration and hope. We have impact when our congregations teach young children from diverse backgrounds about Jewish values. We have impact when our teens take charge, as they did last year, when they compelled the entire Reform movement to join them in the March for Our Lives. We have impact when our members with disabilities are included in all aspects of congregational life, as they are at Temple Isaiah in Lexington, Massachusetts, and Temple Sinai in Rochester, New York, and so many other places. We have impact when more than 200 of us show up in Sacramento or at other state capitals where we have statewide RAC advocacy initiatives. And I know that leaving Biennial, our impact will grow as we advance our transformative work. When we work to expand participation of the next generation in our camps, Israel, and youth programs, our impact will be transformational. When we participate in the 2020 Civic Engagement Campaign, our impact will be transformational. When we commit to being leaders of change in our congregations, our impact will be transformational. When we vote in the upcoming World Zionist Congress election, our impact will be transformational. When we address equity, inclusion, and anti-racism within our own congregations, our impact will be transformational. Each summer, I speak with CITs at URJ, Eisner, and Crane Lake camps. And I ask them, why does being Jewish matter to you? Why be involved? Their answers move me deeply. At one session, though, a camper asked me a question that has really stuck with me. They asked, what's the one thing I should remember about today? I realized there was one important thing I needed to tell them, something I have come to so appreciate these last 4 years as your chair. With tears starting to flow, big surprise, I know, I asked them to look around the room. I said, these people that surround you will show up in good times and bad and hold you up for the rest of your lives. They will be there for you always, and you for them. I told them, you have shared a journey. You have found a place, a community where you belong, and you will give each other strength, courage, and hope, even when you thought you had none remaining. Friends, it has been my honor to serve as your chair. Many of you understand the joy and the challenge of becoming a past. There's pride in what has been accomplished and a recognition of the work yet to be done. In her powerful valedictory High Holy Day sermon, my own rabbi, Rabbi Janet Martyr, said, this is the world we've been given. This is the world where we live. It needs our courage, our strong and steadfast love, our big dreams, and our fierce attachment to hope. So let us bring these gifts in the new year just begun to neighbors and strangers, and most of all, to the ones who are close. As I told the campers, and as I now tell you, we will be there for each other because we love being Jewish. Because being Jewish means we never give up hope. We are called to care for one another and make a better world, one filled with compassion, justice, and wholeness. Thank you.
Please welcome URJ President Rabbi Rick Jacobs and Micaela Hellman-Tincher.
Daryl, what a supreme privilege it has been to be your sacred partner in leading the URJ these past 4 years. You are an exceptional Jewish leader. As we regularly invoke the examples of Rabbi Sally Priesand, Cantor Barbara Osfeld, Rabbi Janet Martyr, and now Rabbi Hara Person for shattering the stained glass ceiling in Jewish life, so too we now include your name, Daryl Messinger, as the one who finally became the first woman to chair our URJ. And that's just the beginning of your impact. You've set the bar high for boldly and smartly leading transformational change in Jewish life. Ashrenu, how greatly have we been blessed by your leadership. You raised our sights and brought us far toward your goal of creating a 21st century Reformed Judaism that is inclusive, adaptable, and yes, thriving. Under your leadership, the URJ is supporting that work happening every day in our congregations, camps, and communities.
Daryl has always been passionate about the ability we have to create a path that can transform the lives of others. During her installation as chair, Daryl said, "My identity and my significant relationships, my sense of belonging and community, my belief that we each must seek justice and repair the world, and my comfort with and love of the traditions and teachings of our people were all first sparked at camp." I have seen Daryl live those values at our home synagogue in Congregation Beth Am in Los Altos Hills, California. She is especially committed to inclusion and justice and to lifting up the leadership of young women.
So we are pleased to announce that we are creating the Diversity in Leadership Fund in Daryl's honor. Which will be used by North American Board Chair to eliminate financial barriers to board participation for leaders of diverse backgrounds. We are thrilled to be able to carry Daryl's inspiration with us into the future through this fund and look forward to the contributions of our leaders to come. As I reflect on Daryl's remarkable tenure, I can remember more than a few times where male leaders grossly underestimated Daryl's keen intellect and visionary leadership. As they did, I would cringe and brace for the way I knew that Daryl would school them by challenging them to think and act differently. In paying tribute to Daryl, I'm reminded of a story about Israel's first woman prime minister, Golda Meir, who also had to shatter a whole lot of limiting assumptions about leadership. When there was an outbreak of nighttime assaults against women in Israel, a minister in the cabinet suggested a curfew to keep women inside after dark. "But it's the men who are attacking the women," Golda retorted. "If there's to be a curfew, let the men stay inside, not the women." From Golda to Daryl, and so many in between and before, we are blessed by pioneering women who have changed us for good. Daryl Messinger, you have earned our deepest respect and our love. We are stronger, smarter, and better because of your leadership. As you complete your term as chair, we pray that you will not go far and that we will be able to count on your inspiring leadership for decades to come.